You know that feeling, right? When you buy something and just know you'll be back.
Mm.
Or when you can't stop telling friends about a fantastic new service.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the magic of customer loyalty. Today, we're taking a deep dive into some key insights from Marketing Management by Kotler, Keller, and Chernev to sort of unpack just how companies move beyond a single sale to build those lifelong relationships. What did we discover?
Well, it's a crucial shift in perspective, really. Many companies, they sort of view the sale as the finish line. But our sources reveal that for truly market-driven businesses, it's actually just the starting gun.
Okay.
So our mission in this deep dive is basically to give you a shortcut, a way to understand the core strategies and frameworks companies use to cultivate loyal customers and secure a lasting market position.
Right.
We'll explore everything from customer acquisition and retention to satisfaction, relationship management, and that ultimate metric, customer lifetime value.
And to kick us off, we found a really vivid example of a company that seemed to get this from day one. SoulCycle, co-founded back in 2006. Their vision was basically to disrupt traditional fitness routines that just felt like a chore.
Hmm.
They didn't just sell spin classes, they created this 45-minute high-intensity, rhythm-based choreography experience.
Mm.
It was designed to build community and like an emotional bond.
Mm.
The idea was to motivate members to unlock their full potential.
Exactly. And their first Manhattan studio, it only had 33 bikes, darkened rooms, super energetic instructors, custom playlists. It struck an immediate chord.
Wow.
This unique body and soul concept and that real focus on community, it just fueled rapid expansion.
Yeah.
Eventually, Equinox came along, acquired 75% of the company.
Great.
And by 2018, SoulCycle was operating 88 studios. It just shows how relentlessly focusing on creating those emotional bonds with customers can dramatically scale a business model.
SoulCycle is such a powerful example of that emotional connection.
Yeah.
But, a lot of companies focus so heavily on just getting new customers in the door.
Hmm.
Is that maybe where most businesses go wrong? By underestimating the power of keeping the ones they already have.
It's often where they bleed profits, honestly. Acquiring a new customer, it can cost several times as much as satisfying and retaining a current one.
Really, that much.
Yeah, think about it. Research suggests even a small, like 5% reduction in customer defection can boost profits by 25 to 85%. Depends on the industry, of course.
Wow.
But profits naturally climb over a retained customer's lifespan. Why? Well, increased purchases, referrals, they're often willing to pay premiums, and your operating costs to serve them tend to go down. It's kind of a no-brainer when you actually see the numbers.
So how do companies actually map this customer journey then? Our sources introduce the 5A customer acquisition funnel. It kicks off with awareness, right?
Yeah.
Just knowing a product or service exists.
Exactly. That's the gateway. And from there, it's about appeal, how customers sift through all the options to decide what truly catches their eye, forming that consideration set.
Okay, so they're aware, they're interested. Then they ask, right?
Yeah.
Digging deeper, reading reviews, maybe talking to friends.
Leading to ACT, which
Yeah.
is the actual purchase, and then the whole post-purchase experience.
Mm.
And the ultimate goal, the real win.
Advocate.
Exactly, to get them to advocate, becoming those evangelists who repurchase and actively promote the offering to others.
And what's really interesting here is that this funnel, well, it isn't always linear, is it?
Not at all. Customers might jump straight to act on an impulse buy,
Sure.
or they might even advocate without ever buying themselves. Think about people who rave about Apple products but don't own them.
That happens.
But the funnel also helps pinpoint where you're leaking customers. If repeat buying is low, maybe something deeper is wrong with the product itself or the experience around it.
So it's a diagnostic tool too.
Precisely. The insight isn't just about the steps, but that companies often get stuck maybe optimizing awareness or ACT, but the real lever for growth might be diagnosing why customers aren't moving to ask, or, even more powerfully, why they aren't becoming advocates. The funnel forces you to see where your biggest loyalty leaks actually are.
Speaking of things going wrong, have you heard of spinners? Those customers in industries like, say, mobile carriers or cable TV who constantly switch providers, just looking for the best deal.
Oh, yeah. They cost companies billions.
Billions. And one study found that customers acquired with a big discount, like 35%, had about half the long-term value of those acquired without one.
Wow.
It really makes you realize that sometimes the cheapest customer to acquire can actually be the most expensive in the long run, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It highlights the quality of acquisition matters. So, to reduce that defection, companies first need to actually measure their retention rate, like how many magazine subscribers renew.
Okay, get the baseline.
Then, identify the actionable causes. Is it poor service,
Mm-hmm.
shoddy products, high prices? What's driving them away?
Right.
And crucially, compare the lost customer's potential lifetime value to the costs of reducing that defection. Often, it makes clear financial sense to invest in retaining that customer,
Even if they seem unhappy.
especially then. And even if some customers inevitably become inactive, win-back strategies are often easier and more effective than finding entirely new ones. You already know something about them, their history.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenge of reducing defection, but simply stopping customers from leaving. That isn't the full picture, is it? To build that really deep commitment and prevent them from wanting to leave in the first place, our sources point to one absolute cornerstone: customer satisfaction.
Yes. Satisfaction, simply put, is your feeling pleasure or disappointment when a product or service's perceived performance matches, falls short of, or maybe exceeds your expectations.
Okay.
And here's a crucial point. There's an asymmetric effect. The negative impact of unmet expectations is disproportionately stronger than the positive effect of exceeding them.
So messing up hurts more than delighting helps.
Kind of, yeah. While companies obviously aim for high satisfaction, it's not their only goal. Overinvesting, say by lowering prices too much or adding tons of services, might actually reduce profits or divert resources from other important stakeholders.
Like employees or suppliers.
Exactly. Companies have to balance delivering high customer satisfaction with acceptable levels for employees, suppliers, stockholders, everyone involved.
What's fascinating is how successful companies navigate this, sometimes even by strategically raising expectations.
Yeah.
Take Kia, for instance.
Mhm.
They built success in the U.S. with high-quality, low-cost cars, but then backed them with those impressive 10-year, 100,000-mile warranties. That set a new bar.
It did. Or think about Amazon. Their consistent order fulfillment and on-time delivery have fundamentally reset customer expectations across pretty much all of e-commerce.
Absolutely.
And product and service quality are undeniably central to satisfaction. Quality isn't just about performance, like, a Lexus riding smoothly. It's also about consistency.
Meaning it works the same every time.
Exactly, meaning all units deliver their promised quality, like a Hyundai consistently doing what it's designed to do reliably. Higher quality leads to higher satisfaction, which then supports higher prices and often lower costs, directly impacting profitability.
We see this play out so dramatically with some real-world examples. Consider Wegmans, the grocery chain.
Oh, the Wig Maniacs?
Right. Their fans call themselves Wegmaniacs, almost spiritually connected to the store. I read that at a 2011 opening in Northborough, Massachusetts, 25,000 people showed up in a town of barely 14,000.
That's incredible.
They've transformed a mundane chore into a social happening. It feels like a European open-air market. They have dedicated experts and apparently telepathic customer service. That focus on the entire experience, not just the products, has propelled them into a multi-billion-dollar business.
And on the flip side, you have Home Depot. They ran into serious trouble when they got maybe overly focused on cost cutting.
That's happened.
They replaced experienced full-time workers with more part-timers. Customer satisfaction ratings just plummeted,
Ouch.
and their share price slid 24% during a home improvement boom.
Oh, wow. Bad timing.
Terrible timing. Their turnaround involved new management setting really clear goals. Cleaner warehouses, stocked shelves, top customer service. They even dedicated specific power hours where employees were told to do nothing but serve customers.
Just focus on the customer.
Right. This strategic shift, including tying performance reviews directly to customer service metrics, helped them reclaim market leadership. It really shows that direct link between investing in service and your market position.
So marketing clearly plays a crucial role in delivering that quality perception. Marketers identify needs, communicate expectations to designers, ensure orders are correct, provide instructions, follow up after sales.
They gather customer ideas too, contributing substantially to total quality management and ultimately profitability.
Which means measuring satisfaction is vital.
Absolutely. Companies use periodic surveys, track overall satisfaction, repurchase intention, likelihood to recommend, all that good stuff. They even monitor competitors' customer loss rates and hire mystery shoppers.
Ah, the secret shoppers.
Yeah. And there are indexes like the American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI for instance, which links satisfaction directly to a firm's financial performance.
And then there's the Net Promoter Score, NPS, right? That's become super popular. It often boils down to just one question.
How likely are you to recommend this product or service to a friend or colleague? Yep.
And you subtract the detractors,
Yeah.
0 to 6 scores, from the promoters, 9 to 10 scores, to get the score. Simple.
It is simple, and it's lauded by some for its link to financial performance. Intuit, for example, apparently saw sales jump 6% after acting on NPS feedback,
That's significant.
but is also criticized. Many different combinations of responses can lead to the exact same NPS number, which can obscure important nuances.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't always predict future sales or growth reliably because it doesn't inherently account for cost or revenue considerations. So it's a useful tool, definitely, but probably not the only one you should rely on.
Right. Okay, so beyond just satisfaction, truly successful companies seem to delve into customer relationship management, or CRM. What's that all about?
CRM is really the process of carefully managing detailed information about individual customers and all the customer touch points, every interaction, to maximize loyalty. It's about optimizing the value of your entire customer base over the long haul.
Got it. So managing the whole relationship.
Exactly. Think about a company like dunnhumby, the British data science firm.
Okay.
They've boosted profitability for retailers by gleaning these incredible insights from loyalty program data. They helped Tesco, the UK's supermarket giant, manage everything from shop formats to tailoring coupons. They even advised against dropping a poor-selling bread,
Why would they do that?
because their analysis showed it was a destination product for a small but very loyal group of customers. Losing the bread meant losing those valuable customers.
Wow, it's deep insight.
It shows the power of using data to customize offerings, services, messages in a way that just wasn't possible before CRM systems became sophisticated.
And customization seems like a huge part of CRM, making an offering feel personally relevant.
It is. British Airways, for example, had its Know Me program. They centralized information about frequent flyers from all their service channels, reservations, check-in, call centers, into a single database.
So everyone knew the customer.
Pretty much. Staff even had iPads to access details like meal choices or complaint history. Their stated goal was to recreate the feeling of recognition you get in a favorite restaurant.
Which is incredibly personal, right?
Very personal.
It's a clear move toward deep personalization.
Mhm.
We also see it with, say, BMW offering thousands of combinations for things like side mirrors and bumpers. They even let new buyers watch a video of their specific car being born on the assembly line.
That's cool.
Or Coca-Cola's Freestyle machine allowing like 125 different drink mixes via touchscreen.
Personalization everywhere.
But it's a balance, Online recommendations can definitely backfire if they consistently miss the mark. Anyone who's bought baby gifts on Amazon and then gets bombarded with baby product ads for months knows exactly what I mean. Huh. Yes, that Amazon example is so relatable. This push for personalized interaction, it brings us to permission marketing, doesn't it?
It does. The idea that companies only market to consumers after gaining their express permission, like when you subscribe to a newsletter.
So moving away from just interrupting people.
Exactly. Shifting from intrusive interruption marketing to building stronger relationships by respecting consumer wishes. Though some argue that maybe engagement marketing, where marketers and consumers actively work together to figure things out, might be an even more accurate concept for today's landscape.
Interesting distinction.
This leads directly to customer empowerment. Customers have increasing control over how they interact with a company now.
They're not just passive recipients anymore.
Not at all. They choose how, when, and where they engage. Companies like Doritos have let consumers name their next flavor. Converse asked amateur filmmakers to submit films showing how their sneaker inspired them. It's about providing resources and opportunities for customers to demonstrate their passion and become part of the brand story.
But empowerment also means customers can avoid marketing more easily, right?
Oh,
Ad blocking, spam filters.
absolutely. So for engagement to actually work, there has to be tangible value for the customer's time and attention. That could be discounts, useful content, exclusive access, something worthwhile.
Makes sense. Value exchange.
And a really critical aspect of CRM is managing word of mouth, WOM. Recommendations from friends, still the strongest influence.
Always.
But online customer ratings and reviews are growing immensely in importance. A Forrester study found half of consumers won't even book a hotel without checking online reviews first.
Wow, half. It's the new trusted advisor.
Totally. And this is where TripAdvisor really became a pioneer. The founder, Stephen Kaufer, was frustrated by a lack of reliable info for a Mexican holiday back in 2001, so he started it.
Just out of personal need.
Yeah. And now it's the world's largest travel website, over 700 million reviews. They use both manual checks and advanced fraud detection algorithms to trick and ensure quality and accuracy.
What's surprising, though, is that apparently even negative reviews can be impactful.
Sometimes, yes, they can create awareness for maybe lesser-known brands or provide really specific, valuable feedback that actually helps other customers make better choices, potentially leading to fewer product returns down the line. So, not all bad news.
Interesting perspective. And finally, how companies deal with customer complaints seems paramount.
Oh, absolutely. And those statistics are just staggering, even though maybe 25% of customers are dissatisfied with something.
Only 5% actually complain.
Roughly. Yeah. The other 95%, they often just quietly stop buying.
That's terrifying for a business.
It is. But here's the flip side. Of those who do complain, studies show 50–70% might do business with you again if their complaint is resolved satisfactorily. And a staggering 95% might return if it's resolved quickly.
So speed matters a lot.
Hugely. But think about the dissatisfied customer who doesn't complain. They tell an average of 11 other people about their bad experience.
Yikes. Negative WOM spreads fast.
It really underscores how vital it is for companies to actively seek that feedback. Make it easy to complain even when it's tough to hear, right?
Absolutely. That's why it's critical. Like 3M, which claims 2/3 of its product improvement ideas actually come from customer complaints.
Turning complaints into innovation.
Exactly. Or JetBlue, proactively monitoring social media. They even changed a policy on a bike fee after a customer complaint went viral online. They listened and acted.
Companies have to be ready to act swiftly. Taco Bell, for instance, faced rumors about its meat mixture quality. They aggressively defended their product with full-page newspaper ads, social media campaigns, even buying keywords like taco and lawsuit on search engines, so their official responses showed up first.
Taking control of the narrative.
Right. It's a delicate balance of ensuring customer satisfaction while also pursuing strategic goals, even when faced with really challenging feedback.
Okay, so all of these threads, retention, satisfaction, CRM, handling complaints, they all seem to lead to the ultimate metric in customer-centric thinking. Customer lifetime value, or CLV.
That's the big one. Marketing isn't just about attracting customers, it's about attracting profitable customers. You've probably heard the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, 80% of profits from 20% of customers.
Often something like that, yes. It suggests 80% or more of a company's profits come from that top 20% of its customers. And conversely, the least profitable 10–20% can actually reduce overall profits.
So some customers cost you money.
Potentially, yes, when you factor in all the costs to serve them. CLV reflects the monetary equivalent of the total value a customer is expected to create for the company over their entire relationship.
The whole lifetime, not just one sale.
Exactly. It's about the lifetime stream of revenue and costs. Many companies, frankly, struggle to measure this accurately. But tools like activity-based costing, which helps pinpoint the true cost of every interaction, from a quick phone call to a major service request, can really help identify the real costs associated with serving each customer.
And without that, you might be spending marketing money in the wrong places.
Dangerously misallocated, potentially. Yeah.
It's also worth distinguishing CLV, which is sometimes called customer equity,
Yeah.
from brand equity, right?
Yeah.
They sound related.
They are related, but distinct. Both emphasize loyalty and value creation, definitely. But customer equity tends to focus more on the bottom line financial value, providing quantifiable measures.
Like CLV.
Right. Brand equity, on the other hand, often emphasizes more strategic issues, managing brand awareness, image, associations.
So which one should companies focus on?
Well, the choice often depends on the company's nature. Very product-centric companies, maybe like Procter & Gamble, might focus heavily on brand equity for their individual product lines,
Okay.
whereas service-centric companies, banks, airlines, often lean more toward customer equity and CLV because they can track individual customer behavior and profitability more easily.
Subscription models too, I imagine.
Exactly. Companies with subscription models, or those that can clearly identify individual customer profitability, often prioritize CLV. But ultimately, both are crucial. You can't have strong brands without loyal customers, nor attract and keep customers without strong brands.
That's brands of the bait.
And the loyal customers are the profit engine. That's a good way to put it.
So how do companies actually build that customer lifetime value? What are the strategies?
Our sources highlight several key ones. First, pretty obviously, a relentless focus on improving customer service. Think of Whole Foods. They woo customers with that commitment to fresh, high-quality food and a genuinely superior service experience.
Okay, service is foundational. What else?
Engaging customers. The more engaged a customer feels with the brand, the more likely they are to stick around. Honda's high retention rates are a good example, built largely on its reputation for safe and reliable vehicles, creating trust and engagement.
Makes sense.
Enhancing growth potential. This means increasing sales from your existing customers, often through new offerings or cross-selling. Harley-Davidson is a masterclass here.
More than just bikes, right?
Oh yeah, far more. They sell clothing, helmets, collectibles, a vast array of licensed goods all through their dealerships, maximizing the value of each customer relationship.
Smart. What about the less profitable ones?
That's another key strategy. Managing unprofitable customers. Companies might encourage these customers to buy more profitable items, maybe forego certain costly features or services, or even pay higher fees.
Or just let them go?
Sometimes. Some companies, like Progressive Insurance, actually screen and actively devote potentially unprofitable customers to competitors. It sounds counterintuitive maybe, but it can be a smart move for overall profitability.
Wow. Okay. And the best customers.
You need to reward the most profitable. This doesn't always have to be huge discounts. Thoughtful gestures like birthday greetings, small relevant gifts, or invitations to exclusive events can go a long way. Hotels and airlines often provide demonstrably superior service to their top-tier members, acknowledging their high lifetime value.
So every interaction matters.
Every single customer touchpoint, any occasion you encounter the brand or its products, contributes to or detracts from CLV. Think about all the touchpoints for a hotel. Making the reservation, check-in, the room itself, room service, maybe using the business center, the restaurants.
It adds up.
It really does. The Four Seasons is often cited as excelling here. Their staff are trained to consistently address guests by name, and they have this deep understanding of what sophisticated business travelers really need. It's that consistent excellence at every touch point that builds profound trust over time.
And crucially, that loyalty we're talking about, it's fundamentally built on trust, isn't it?
Absolutely. Trust is the bedrock. Our sources identify 3 core building blocks of that trust. First, competence.
Meaning, can they do the job?
Basically, yes. Does the company have the skills and capabilities to do the job effectively and meet your expectations? If a 5-star hotel messes up a simple room service order, it damages competence trust much more negatively than if the same thing happens at a 3-star hotel because expectations are higher.
Okay, competence. What's next?
Honesty. Does the company consistently tell the truth and keep its promises? An airline claiming no hidden fees, but then tacking on surprising charges at the end, that erodes honesty trust very quickly.
I mean, honesty is key.
Yeah.
And the third,
Benevolence. This is about whether the company demonstrates genuine concern for the customer's interests and goals, beyond just making a profit.
like they actually care.
Exactly. For instance, charging different prices for the same online product based solely on ZIP codes that can seriously undermine benevolence trust. It feels unfair.
So companies need to figure out where they stand on all three.
Precisely. They need to diagnose where their trust building blocks are strong and where they might be weak. And while trust is maybe most salient early in a relationship, when you're deciding whether to commit, you can't get complacent. Violations of trust in long-term relationships can have far more significant negative effects because the lifetime value of those loyal customers is so high. Losing them hurts more.
That makes perfect sense. We see all these concepts, data, personalization, service, trust brilliantly in action with companies like Stitch Fix, the online clothing subscription service.
Yeah, great example. Co-founder Katrina Lake realized many consumers just disliked the traditional shopping experience.
I can relate.
Right. Their solution was clever, combining human stylists with advanced machine learning algorithms. They collect massive amounts of data body dimensions, style preferences, pattern preferences, past purchases, feedback, pretty much everything they can. And they use it to create these highly personalized clothing recommendations sent right to your door.
And the algorithms got really good.
Apparently incredibly sophisticated. They could even predict what stage of the buying cycle a customer was in based on their behavior. This intense data-driven culture, it permeated everything from optimizing warehouse employee routes to actually designing their own apparel line based on combining successful clothing traits identified by the data.
Using data to design clothes.
Exactly. And it worked. Stitch Fix grew retail sales to over $1.6 billion by 2019. It's a powerful testament to how AI and data analytics can drive customer loyalty and value by delivering what feels like a truly bespoke trust-building experience.
Amazing example.
Yeah.
And one more, Emirates Airline.
Ah, yes, global powerhouse.
Since 1985, They've flown to nearly 160 destinations, building this incredibly loyal customer base by consistently doing things differently, often better.
They were pioneers in things like personal in-flight entertainment systems way back,
Uh,
and they introduced those fully enclosed, first-class, private suites, always pushing the envelope on
and
service.
their loyalty program, Emirates Skywards.
Huge. Over 23 million members last I checked. It offers tiered benefits, upgrades, partner rewards, and even allows family members to pool miles, which is a nice touch.
Yeah, that's smart.
This relentless focus on superior service from the airport lounge facilities to chauffeur service for premium passengers and that cutting-edge in-flight entertainment has earned them numerous awards and really solidified their position as a global leader. It highlights the immense power of robust CRM and consistent delivery on promises in a fiercely competitive global market.
Wow, what an incredible deep dive. We've really seen that marketing isn't just about making a sale, is it? It's this strategic, ongoing process of cultivating and really cherishing customer relationships. From those structured phases of the 5A funnel through the nuanced layers of satisfaction, the power of data in CRM, and thinking about that ultimate financial metric of customer lifetime value, the message seems crystal clear. Loyalty is built brick by brick, experience by experience.
And it truly is about understanding the customer deeply, using data, yes, but also genuinely listening,
Mhm.
embracing customization, empowering customers, paying attention to their word of mouth, and expertly managing even their complaints, turning negatives into positives where possible.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, a company's greatest asset isn't just its factories or its brand name, it's that loyal customer base. They are the very engine of its long-term profitability and sustainable growth.
So maybe a final thought for you listening. If you were to assess your own favorite brands, which of those three building blocks of trust, we talked about competence, honesty, or benevolence, do you think they excel at most? And maybe why might that be? Something to ponder.
That's a great question. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel far more informed and maybe ready to see the world of marketing with some fresh eyes.
From the entire Deep Dive team, thank you so much for learning with us.